Okay, hi guys, welcome back to the Market Monitor. It's been so long. It's been almost a week since I've recorded a Market Monitor, and the main reason being that there's been absolutely nothing to do in the markets, to be very honest, in the past week or so. Like, there's absolutely been nothing to do. But that does not mean that we don't record Market Monitors, and that's exactly why today we're recording a Market Monitor. Now, what has happened in the past week? Let's have a look. 7 days. Okay, so the past week, not the past trading week, but the past week in terms of days, has been a complete red zone. Obliterated the 10 and 20 day, the last time we recorded a market monitor, completely obliterated the 10 and 20 day. After that, you've obliterated the 50 day, and today you're almost taking support from the 200-day moving average. Now, this is a very pivotal level. If we see the 200-day moving average getting breached on a closing basis and a further downtrend from there, then we might be on for a proper downtrend for another couple months at least, right? That's what I'm assuming and presuming. However, if from here now, okay, and this looks amazing. From here you do this, guess what this has now become? A cup and a handle, right? So we're at very pivotal levels, and very soon we're going to know exactly what the small cap index is offering to us. But for now, our entire goal has to be to make sure that we don't trade. The last trade that I initiated, and I told you guys about this, was Cupid, which was a very bad decision. We've discussed this, so let's not go there. It was a red zone, never a trade, basically, to put it easily, on 25th July. And that was a 5% position with a 2% stop loss, so 0.1% impact on portfolio, which does not matter. However, our goal is to be the best in the world, and to be the best in the world, you have to behave like the best. And to behave like the best, you do not trade in a red zone. No matter your position size is 2%, 1%, 0.001%, you just do not trade in a red zone, right? That being said, now we're at very pivotal levels. What are key levels? 10-day has to get reclaimed before any trades. Additionally, your market breadth has completely deteriorated. So it's going to take some time. However, if we see this proper thing being formed, you see this cup and handle being formed, we should be on for a good 2026. Like, feels like that. However, markets, you never know. Like, from here, we could very well just do this, right? And then come here and then like that, and then however, we don't know. We absolutely don't know what the markets are going to give to us, but it's looking on the up. There's no need to be so pessimistic about it. It's looking on the up. Apart from that, what is the most important thing to do right now? Since we're in earnings season, it's time to start monitoring stocks that are gapping up on earnings, and it's quite clear which stocks are. Exigo was something that I was monitoring as it had a gap up on earnings. A good breakout on this day, and it's trying to battle its way up. If market conditions were favorable, I would have taken a good size here. However, they weren't, so we don't trade. ProStorm, not an earnings play, but a nice IPO base. Another complete fail. Anthem Biosciences, this is just on my list because over here we had a breakout and now you're completely down. Hin Rectifier. Look at this. Just, bro, honestly, such setups, no, they've become my favorite recently, man. Like, this just burst of buying and then 3 days consolidation, burst of buying, 3 days consolidation, burst of buying. Like, they're so easy to trade. And it's so much more fun to trade them because you know that there's proven momentum in the stock. Don't get me wrong, I love VCPs as well. But these burst buys are like too good. Which was it? Hirect. Yeah, man, this just looks amazing, doesn't it? Look at this. Cup, handle, moving averages caught up. Nice tight base here. Nice tight pivot. Sorry, my bad, not base. Nice tight pivot here. Breakout of these levels. 47% in the matter of three trading sessions. Post earnings movement. 20% upper circuit post earnings, 14% the next day, which 10% now. What a shock. We're in 10% now. This is not going to be bought most likely because of the market conditions. Most likely, no, it will not be bought if it breaks out from here. However, if we get to see something like this, right, you fall, you come here, and then you come here, and then you make this. So a bit of a longer flag, not that 3 day quick flag like our power, more like what was the example? Nasdaq. Yep, more like mass talk. And you need to know these charts, huh, by now, guys. Like, you need to start knowing these charts. Like, remember what's going on. Like this long term. It's not long term, no, but long flag, not like a quick flag, not like not like this. Up 3 days, up 3 days, up. Not like that. More a bit more long, which is what I'm expecting to happen. And then coach and ship. Not this one. Perfect. Here. Yeah. So you're up, right? And then decline, and then that 1 day of burst, and then 2 days in, and then you're gone. Then these stocks to have like, just look at this, bro, like crazy, right? So that's what I could anticipate seeing in Hirect, but again, that's all speculation. Let's see how the market plays out. But till the time we're in this red zone, I'm not making a single trade. Till the time we enter a green zone on Dow theory or on the 10-day moving average being reclaimed, there's no trades been taken by me. 10-day moving average or Dow theory, I repeat, either of those two things prove to me that there's a green zone, I will enter. What do I mean by a Dow theory green zone? Very clear. You go up, you face resistance from some point, which will most likely be the 10-day moving average. That you go up, you face resistance from the 10-day moving average, you wait inside a day, and then you break out. You break those 10-day moving averages, and then you also confirm in Dow theory that you're in a green trend. That's when the chances are increased. An example, you're up here, you face resistance from the 50-day for 1 day, you're up, and this is where a majority of the money was made in that whole IPO rally. And some money was made in EPs here when the 10-day was reclaimed. So it's simple for me. Let the 10-day get reclaimed, I'll make a trade, or let me see Dow theory, clear Dow theory action, I'll make a trade. I had also posted this on Twitter when I was back testing. Where's 31st October, man? Look at this. 30th October, you almost reclaim the 10-day. 31st October, you reclaim the 10-day with ease. And guess what? My biggest percentage move catch, Vari Energies, when did it break out? 31st October. So these two levels are key. And that's what I've realized. These two levels are absolute key. 10-day moving average or Dow theory green zone. In either of those two, and you're good to trade. Otherwise, don't waste your time, money, and effort. Preserve your mind, preserve your money, and don't trade. Simple. That's the simplest way to time the market has just been told to you all. Simplest way. Anyway, apart from that, there's some more stocks that I have on my list. Let's have a look. Beautiful. Again, I'm anticipating a bit of a longer term flag here. It shouldn't have broken this. I don't like this. Ideally, you respect that supply level and then you form beautiful setup. But let's see, anything can happen from here as well. Decent. Very decent. This is a little volatile though now, ABDL. That was too volatile for me. Thyrocare broke out, failed. Weeks ago we discussed. Urban Fashions is also up on earnings. Eternal, I don't know how, but it's up on earnings, and this is a flag now. Post earnings flag. Oh wow, what happened here? Jesus, 12% down. Crazy. Sharda Crop, man, look at this. So beautiful. You're up after earnings and then you're making flag, but the green zone is not present, so we do not trade. As simple as. Jackson Ball Pharma can make a nice setup here. So I'm anticipating somewhere in like, you know, you come up here, you pause. So somewhere from like the 11th of August, maybe. Actually, not even that long, man. Maybe somewhere next week, mid next week, if the markets bounce from here, if we fall down to the bye bye, but if they bounce from here, then maybe mid next week or the week after that, we should be up. And another one that I'm really keen on looking at, AGI Green Pack. Cupid, though we discussed on, you're decent. It's up 5% today. Nice. Acme Solar. This is spoiled. Pondy Oxides. I really like this action as well. Make a longer flag. Man, this stock is like, I've been tracking this for how long now? We've been discussing the alcohol sector for so long now, right, guys? So let's see. But again, red zone, no trades, no trades, no trades. High rect we discussed apart. I don't know why that's in there. But oh yeah, it was because of this, but it can be removed now. Apart from that, let's see how these IPOs are doing. Okay, cool. Nope, nope. Okay, I like this. Smart works. Consolidate a bit more over here, and you should be decent. But there's no volume, man. No, actually, let's have a look. I don't want to chart. Anthem. Smart works. I like travel food. No. Okay, I like this also. This can also come up a bit more and pause here. It can look like a good setup. So the other day I broke down IPO bases and I found that there are five setups, and then this is like one of them where you have the a flag forming after the whole move. So, ठीक है. There's nothing much to do, to be very honest. Like just read books, um, go out with your parents, go out with your family, get in touch with people who used to be old friends, see what they're up to, how can you improve your life in accordance to what they're doing. If they're doing something better, how can you take that in and get better yourself? Because there's honestly nothing to do in the markets right now. Just enjoy. Earnings have not been that good recently either. But yeah, uh, yeah, man, just take rest. Get ready for the next rally, which should be coming soon. If it doesn't, we'll know. We'll know by next week. We're gonna know. What is today? Friday, right? Yeah, by next Tuesday, though, we'll know only because either the market bounces from 200-day levels, or then you have to go through a whole process again. So let's see. We're on very pivotal levels now. I expected a bounce back, to be very honest, but markets didn't have bounce today. So let's have a look at what happens. And apart from that, I guess I'll see you in the next market monitor. Thank you so much. Sorry for the delay. I'm gonna try and be way more active here. Need to get some things in order and then it should work well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.